Hello and welcome back to Ixion. In our last episode, we started exploring Chapter 1, the newly renovated Sol system. We have our science ship heading out here to the debris field. We have another one here working the asteroid belt, and we are working on a few things here inside of the ship as well. We are still collecting a bit of alloys, but the alloys are actually going to start becoming more and more sparse. So once we get these new solar panels that we have planned here built, we'll have a bit more power, and then we'll be able to actually start smelting some iron and into alloys. And so I want to take care of that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the debris field here, though, and we can take a look at, let's see. Yeah, let's just start at the top and work our way down. So we have verified the data several times and can confirm the existence of a vast debris field covering an area of several thousand kilometers. At the center of the field is a colossal artificial structure, which, even in its ruined state, makes the Tiqqun look like an insect. No signals have been detected. We have identified 3 areas for investigation: the core of the structure, a secondary structure that looks to be the remains of a destroyed loading dock, and a particularly dense area of the debris field close to the other 2 sites. We recommend the utmost caution be taken when approaching these areas. The floating debris will make navigation difficult and interfere with communications. The Foucault is holding a station at the edge of the debris field. A route has been mapped through to the areas identified for investigation. So yeah, this one, we want to do all of them. I think you want to start at the top, but I don't know that it matters. I'm just going to start at the top. And we'll let them start working on that. We have a probe to send out. So far I've been trying to find all the planets. And that is a good plan. If we can find, what is this? Uranus? Oh, there's Neptune right there. Yeah, we can go out to Neptune. That's fine. It's right there nearby. We want to send out as many probes as we can to find all the planets, but we also need to find things like iron and silicon and whatever else we're mining here. Carbon and silicon. We actually want to mine all 3 of those. And then we want to focus this one on mining, or on collecting, rather, iron over anything else. And you can also collect those 2, and you can collect those 2 at this rate, maybe something like that, so that Quicksilver is collecting primarily the resources we can use right away, including people. Although maybe we should turn that one down even, not that far. Turn that one down even a little bit, and then it'll gather the carbon and the silicon, which we can convert, and then if it's a lot of other things to do, it'll go gather the iron. Meanwhile, the Eldrimnir, Caladon, laugh at me for butchering that, I'm sure, is going to gather primarily iron, and then secondarily the resources that we can use right away, and then finally the carbon and silicon. I think that'll work out okay. We'll see how it works out. We can always tweak it later. And I think it might be worthwhile to set up another mining ship, at least as soon as we get other things done here. Although I'm not sure if we have anything else left to mine. I don't think we do. Maybe we should send a probe out to find something else to mine. Let's see. I see carbon right there. Can I get carbon and... There it is. We'll get the carbon and the iron in one fell swoop there, and then the mining ship can go out and get some mining done. Because right now it's bored. It has some ice to mine, but we don't care about ice right now, because ice leads to water, and we can't use water yet. So, you didn't go out there. What did you find? I don't know. Did you find Saturn? Could have been. We'll need to get out there eventually. I guess it must have been Saturn.
Ship team has completed a task.
The asteroid belt is done. Matching the character of Marduk Council member Philip Stanford, meticulously organized resource packets were found in the facility's storage area. They have been prepared for extraction. Alright, so that's the asteroid belt, and that finishes up the asteroid belt. Now we're going to pick up our 15 science here, and then we can go out and do something else.
A probe has completed its scan.
Probe is done. We did that one. That probe was the one we sent here to find the iron and the carbon. That's good. So we'll let our mining ship take care of that stuff now. And you're coming out here to find Neptune, I'm guessing, and it's at least in the Neptune orbit. And then as soon as we get another probe, I want to send that one out to find Ornis. You just finished. Do I want to send you all the way down here to Saturn, or do I want to wait for the debris field? Let's wait for the debris field just to see if... Well, I don't care. Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Standing by. Yeah, go ahead and down to Saturn. I don't think it's going to be that much of a time savings to get this one there versus that one there, so we'll just go ahead with it.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. And then let's see. That's Saturn's orbit. Let's look for... That's the POI for Neptune, I think? Maybe? Yeah, that's Neptune's POI. Okay. Let's see. Out here? Oh, look at that. Must be right in there someplace. Alright, and then let's take a look at that science ship here at the debris field. First, visuals reveal a huge damaged structure surrounded by arches that have detached from their central axis. These arches show extreme signs of deterioration. The structure is covered in traces of explosive residue, collision impacts, and scarring from unknown weaponry. After exploring the few areas of the structure that remain accessible, the team of the Foucault spotted a number of salvageable resources near a ruined assembly area. Further analysis is possible, but it will take some time. So 25 more pods and 10 science. Resume, please. And then let's go ahead and investigate the ruined display area, assembly area. The Foucault's crew will inspect the ruined assembly area. There we go. And I'm glad I didn't wait because I forgot we had 2 more things to do there. Alright, so let's go back inside. What do we have a problem with right now? We are still opening up pods, and that's going to come back to bite us at some point when we have too many people and not enough housing. Right now we're okay. We have 220 people. That means that we can handle we can handle 55 minus 1. Now it's going up, so it's going to keep increasing. We can handle 55 people unhoused, but I also think I want to pause this for a while because we have some iron here, and I want to assign those jobs out elsewhere because we need those 30 jobs for this. Yep, that's a good idea. At least for a little while, and then you can see now they are hauling the iron into here, and then the iron's going to get smelted into alloys at a rate of 1 to 1 or 15 to 15 here, and then they'll just keep carting it back and forth here. Technically, this should have probably been nearer to all the smelting activity over here, or all the storage activity over here. Maybe it should have been in place of these farms, and maybe the farm should have been over here. Would the farms have fit over there? We can always move stuff around. Now that's the mess hall. This one. No, they wouldn't have. Alright, well, never mind then. I could have done them like this, but then I would have had space left over, so I would have done something weird. It's fine. I could have also put them in here, though. They stick out further, though, so that would have been weird. Yeah, it's fine. We're probably going to have to delete and rearrange a bunch of stuff eventually, though. They are repairing the hull again. That's good. We have another probe. Let's see. We also need to find the Outer Hope. The last time we saw it, it was in the Orc Cloud. So I want to scan around the Orc Cloud here. Oops. Ooh, there's something over here. Nope, it's not in the Orc Cloud. It's here. And it also shows us the exclamation, which is a objective-related point of interest. And remember, ooh, I can scan that ice there, but I don't care about the ice, so I'm not going to scan it. We have this objective here, so that's why that shows up as one of those. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we can see they are indeed smelting. We're eventually going to run out of alloys otherwise, so this is not a bad idea to do every so often, to turn that on for a while. We can clear this. That's not you. That must have been... Yep. Okay.
A science ship has
good.
arrived at its destination.
Saturn. A structure belonging to the Black Market Society has been discovered on Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Although severely damaged, the site seems to still be active. Surface scans indicate the BMS station extends deep below the surface of Titan. Further data is not available due to the site firing upon the Tiqqun's probe as it approached. The Montessori is maintaining orbit around Titan at a safe distance. Okay, so we can make contact, or we can leave. If you leave, you can never come back. Making contact is indeed what we want to do. We have ridiculous amounts of power now. Again, I mean, it won't be ridiculous forever, but for now, it's ridiculous. Plus, I think this is the power for the entire station, so as you open up more sectors, you're not getting that much more power. You're sharing the power between all the sectors, I think. I think it's station-wide power. Let's go up to a higher speed, I think. We have another probe, though, so I guess I should launch that. So I think we found all the POIs now. That's just telling me there's one over there. Yeah, the POIs have a very wide range of scanning. The resources, not so much. So you have to be wary of that. It looks like we've gotten all the POIs here. So let's just look for some resources nearby home again. There's some iron there. That's some good iron. And some silicon. Can we get them both? Here's the iron. No, it doesn't look like it. You want it to be bright green, because that means you have found exactly it. We'll get that, and then we'll set up the silicon after it. Let's see. You're going. Let's go back inside. A little while at least. You can watch the smelter smelt. It's a really cool animation, by the way. And then you can see they're bringing in iron here. Okay, good. We found some more stuff. This is still making a new probe, so we can wait. But the debris field is ready. After examination, the Foucault's team concluded that the site was evacuated prior to its destruction. Finding uniforms and equipment bearing the insignia of different organizations, it appears this facility was property of the UN. Strangely, a number of embalmed bodies were found in a secluded area. The team was unable to determine the cause or outcome of the conflict, but have managed to recover further resources. These have been packaged for extraction. So 13 more polymers and 250 pods. Resume data listening protocol. And so let's investigate the ruined loading dock. And that should be the last one there, I think. I don't think it gives us another surprise one. We're going to eventually need to add more storage for these. How many extra workers do we have? None. Perfect. So we do need to wake some more people up. Maybe we should pause this again so we can wake some more people up. That might not hurt. Let's pause that again. Let's turn this back on. We can wake some more people up, and then we can put down some more storages. Well, we can put the storages, their stockpiles down, rather, right away. I don't know if this is what I want to do with them, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm wasting that space right there. But I want to turn them off. Caledron told me this tip. If you power them off as they're being built, then they won't take workers or power once they're done. So that kind of saves you a little bit of, effort, whatever. Alright, debris field we think we took care of. Probe, yes. And then Black Market Society. After receiving no response to communication attempts, the team landed the Montessori and advanced toward the complex, security protocols in place. The defenses activated briefly and fired on the team. Fortunately, there seems to have been little remaining power, and they quickly shut down. Entering the complex, the team were attacked by strange animals. Recorded footage from the mission shows an emaciated simian amalgam. The team repelled the attack with improvised weapons, and the creatures retreated. Unfortunately, no samples could be recovered. Venturing further into the complex, unsettling works of art and esoteric writing were discovered. Although the station is still pressurized, progress was made difficult due to the lack of any artificial gravity. In addition, a giant fungus has spread throughout the complex, releasing huge volumes of spores into the local atmosphere. Boy, this place sounds like a rack. Within what appears to be the main entrance hall, a bronze statue of Marduk Council member Giovanni Battista has been erected, Inconsistencies in the reports from different members of the exploration team suggest that recorded information may not be entirely accurate. Any conclusions drawn must be discounted. 15 more science to extract. And then probably finally is sending the team... No, next anyway. Sending the team deeper into the station. And yeah, the debris field is waiting on us. Or is still running, rather. Let's see, another probe would be good. Let's continue just kind of launching them around here. There's an iron patch there someplace. It's not lighting up. There it is, bright. Pick up some ice along with it, which could be fine. I could go there and get it without the ice flagging. I think that's a good idea. I'm being a jerk about the ice, I know. Alright, the debris field's done.
Team has completed a task.
Frozen human remains constitute the majority of the debris that surrounds the loading dock. Evidence suggests that the area experienced depressurization after a structural breach. The dock itself has been looted and partially dismantled. Several cairns have been left behind, arranged in helical shapes and erected using makeshift materials. The team did find a few resources, and these have been prepared for extraction. 1 electronics, 10 science. Resume, and then let's survey the dense area of debris. Which is, what, the third component of that? Fourth one, maybe? I think it's the fourth one, actually. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we did that already. And the probe finished. Great. Probe is half done, so it's going to be a little while. We're full on iron again, and it's going to start backing up in here. Now, these can store up to, I think it's 300 items. I don't know that it's anything or any one thing. I think it's any one thing. So you got to be careful with that. But let's make another mining ship while we're here. And that will let us get to mining some of those resources we found. And we can do something similar with the mining ships that we did with the cargo ships and have one of them assigned to iron, while the other one is assigned primarily to carbon and silicon once we find those things. We don't have storages for them yet either, but we will. Wow, we're at 100% trust rate now. Hull integrity is doing well enough. It's not going to stay very high because we are spending a lot of alloys on repairs, which is also why I want to have this smelter going reasonably at least. We have 40 people of the 235 that do not have houses. Ah, here we are. Let's do... Actually, you know what? Let's do that. And then I want you to do these two and this one less importantly. So the Barracuda is going to go out and find any carbon and silicon it can find to mine, and then fall back on mining iron. Barracuda. Alright, here we are. Can we find any silicon nearby home here? It's hydrogen. I don't know how much silicon there is actually in the base. We could also do some more research. That might be smart. Ooh, there it is. There's a bright one. Alright, it's a medium supply, but we'll go ahead and get it. Let's take a look at the research here. I've kind of been holding off on more, but I think it's reasonable to, now that we're picking up carbon and silicon, to research these. The polymer refinery and the electronics refinery, or factory rather, just so that we can be ready to refine those, mine those, whatever those, when the time comes. Alright, let's clear that one and do this one, please. Venturing deeper within, the team of the Montessori reach a construction site, deserted and almost entirely frozen. Several possible storage areas have been identified, but are blocked by ice. The team could try to break through the ice or restart the station's heating systems in an attempt to thaw out the complex. In one of the storage areas, through the transparency of the ice, a preserved corpse can be seen. Let's resume. So, if you attempt to restart the heating systems, I think bad things happen. I believe this is the one where bad things happen. So instead, we're just going to try to break through the ice, I think, here, and see if we can get at least some resources. There's that. No new probe yet. few more science there, a few science there. Ah. The wrecks of shuttles float everywhere. Most belong to the UN, though there are some bearing the acronym BMS. Despite the many hazards and potential psychological impacts from the presence of human corpses, the Foucault's team was able to locate some salvageable resources. So we know what BMS is, because we're dealing with them right now at Saturn. But we found 33 alloys, 25 pods, and 10 science. And then all we can do now is leave the debris field. Once we collect that science, we can head out to Uranus and find what we can find there. Let's see what we can find. What do we have? Oh yeah, that one. We looked at that one already. A probe. Let's see, any more silicon or carbon maybe to mark? Yeah, there's carbon. There's the carbon. Where's it at? Right in there. I can snag that iron at a lighter color, but I think we can do it like that. It should light up the node, and that's all I really worry about. Or I am really worried about. Well, let's see, that's getting nearly full, but not quite yet. But we're bringing a bunch of pods, so it might be time to open up another pod storage. Well, maybe I should have the pods over here. Yeah, let's put the pods over here instead. Let's undo that one. Turn this one on for pods. Undo this one. There. Can you turn these off and will they still unload? No, they will not. So we have to keep them powered on for as long as they are, as long as they're unloading, and then we're fine. Let's see. We're nearing 20%. We're a little over 20%. So we have to be careful still, but it's fine. We need to also get this thing turned back on, but we don't have... Or do we have?
Completed its scan.
217... Oh wait, no, here it is. We only have 20 extra workers right now. Although we'll have a few more here, 5 more here. Probe and science ship has retrieved all science from debris field. That is Foucault, so let's go out here to Uranus. And yes, I'm kind of ignoring the Outer Hope right now. It seems like... I don't know. It seems like we kind of want to do all this other stuff first, based on what I have heard / know. Ooh, look. We can potentially get... Can we get carbon, silicon? No, carbon is too far away. Okay, that's fine. We'll focus on the silicon here, but maybe also get some iron. Yeah, it's a little dark, but... Ooh, there we can get both of them green. There we go. We'll get the carbon with the next one, perhaps. If I remember. But we'll get it eventually anyway. Iron is full. But I'm fine with it as long as they keep bringing it in here. We have 300 storage here. That's fine. They can't take the iron directly from here to there. It has to go through one of these first. So this is kind of like cold storage. Like you can't access this directly for anything but storing it in warm storage. Let's see. Where do we need to be at? 250 times 0.25 is 62.5. So yeah, we have a smallish gap right now, but we're gonna need to build some more housing pretty soon. Maybe we should plan at least where that's gonna be, if not exactly what to do with it. Ooh, that might work. That would work. Let's put it over here. And you know what? Yeah, bummer. Okay. I may want to dismantle this. Actually, yes. I'm going to dismantle this, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a moment. But I'm going to dismantle this. Yes. Unload everything, please. Wait, well, they won't be able to store that iron, though. I don't think. So let's give them another iron storage. They may max it out with this, though. Or they're going to take this first. Okay, good. I have a crazy idea. Crazy idea time. Let's put some stockpiles in here. Like that. Let's power them all off. Of course. Carrying more, yeah. They're on their way right now. Here. Probe and science ship. And science ship. Let's go here. The Montessori's team recovered a number of valuable resources. Via biometric data sampling, they identified the preserved corpse as that of Ulix's. That sounds maybe Greek-ish. Ulixes? I bet you it's Ulixes. Administrator of Neptune's Hyperlux Station, Thiaki. The body was found with a handwritten letter of farewell and apology to the inhabitants of Thiaki Station and appears to be unfinished. 2 electronics and data listening protocol, and that ends Saturn for everything but those 2 electronics. So we want to grab the Montessori now and head out to Neptune. Clear that, clear that, clear that, clear that. Another probe, and I was going to send it out there, wasn't I? For the carbon. And you can see also, by the way, that, well, there's iron around here somewhere too, still out there further. But you can see that the silicon that's here isn't triggering anymore. So even though the node is still there, because we found it, we don't need...
A science ship has arrived.
It doesn't show up on the probe scan anymore because we know that it's there. Now let's see. Uranus is ready. Polymer refinery. Okay, good. Let's come out here. Our instruments have recorded abnormal thermal activity on Uranus. At this distance, we are unable to deduce its nature or source. Control, are you receiving us? We found a tree. It seems impossible in such an environment. I've never seen anything like it. It's breathtaking. The tree sheds its leaves quite rapidly, but they reform almost instantly, crystallizing from the branches. The root structure appears to sink deep into the planet. I hope you are receiving our images, as this feels like a fever dream. Indeed, a tree on Uranus. So we have 3 choices here. Leaving does the same thing as the rest of the places where you can't come back ever. Naomi Protocol we can do later. But if we do that one first, we can't do any other ones. So let's instead carry out an ecological analysis to understand more about the tree's nature. There we go. You're almost there, or not almost there, you're a quarter of the way there. Let's see here. And the steel mill is done, so let's come back here to factories. Not the polymer refinery yet. We're going to do this one first again. We're going to put that in there this time. Let's turn it on, powered off. Turn it on, powered off. And then this is going to fill up. Not much I can do about that, but then again, maybe I don't want to do much about it. And then I can put some housing in here. And the reason that I put this road here specifically is because this is where the connector is. Just like there's one in this area somewhere. There's one here. And there's 2 in the middle. Maybe there. Oh, let's see if I can zoom in here. There's 2 here in the middle someplace. I don't know exactly where they're at. There's a total of 4, I believe. Can we see them over here? Oh, here they are, right here and right here. Okay. So there are a total of 4 doors to get to the next section. You can see the exits on this side. So I wanted to have at least one of these connected, and it's probably the one I'm going to get connected because the steel refinery is so huge. But let's put in a road here anyway. I did. Just like that. There we go. Because we can put 1, 2, 3 houses in here, which would be good enough for me. Where are we at with that, by the way? We have over 25% homelessness now, so let's actually build 1 house. No population. Crew quarters right there. And we can probably pause this again. I'll let them wake the last one up. I see I have an event to deal with too, or an alert to deal with. I was reading this a little bit more, and while we're here I can read about it, or let's go deal with Neptune first actually, or get Neptune started here. Our communication systems had detected faint signals transmitting from what appears to be an old luxury station on Triton. The transmission analysis pulled a few data fragments encoded within the signals. They mentioned public disorder, food supply problems, and frequently referred to the name Ulixes. Oh, imagine that. The Aki station has been almost entirely dismantled. The few areas left suggest that those who lived here were swimming in opulence. The place is huge. We have found a sealed room protected by heavily armored blast doors. Dents in the door's metal suggests that others have unsuccessfully tried to gain entry. Leonardo Nessis recommends the use of explosives. Given the state of the station, I myself think this is a bad idea. And me too. So we have 4 choices here. we can collect what's usable from the remains of the station. We can provoke a structural collapse and salvage what is left of the station. We can use explosives to try and breach the sealed room, or we can use Ulix's biometric data to open the sealed room. Well, since if we hadn't done Saturn already, we would not have this. We got that from breaking the ice, if you recall. So we actually can only do this one because we've gone to Saturn first. But doing this one won't give you as much as this one will, and you may end up, I think, also hurting some people. Using explosive, you will definitely hurt some people. So let's collect what's usable from the remains of the station, and let's also deal with the probe real quick, and then we can go back in and talk about the wake-up center. Let's see, around here maybe somewhere. There's a small iron patch there. There's some ice nearby it. Another small iron patch with some more ice. There's a big iron patch out here someplace. Right there. Can I get the silicon with it? I can. Delicious. There we go. Clear that, and let's go back inside. So the cryonic center. I was reading this and focusing on a little bit more. Set the destination of freshly awakened crew members. So this doesn't say that you want to wake up workers or non-workers first. Okay, we'll head out to Uranus in a moment. In fact, what this just says is, hey, if I have more than one sector, I want my workers to go to Sector 1 and my non-workers to go to Sector 2. And I also want to set a population limit so that when Sector 1 is full of workers, then they go to Sector 2 instead. Or if Sector 2 is full of non-workers, then they come to Sector 1 instead. But if you only have one sector, these three fields are completely useless. So keep that in mind. Let's go here and to Uranus. After analysis of various samples, the tree appears to be almost entirely edible. Its roots, leaves, and fruit can all be eaten. RNA sampling suggests that the tree is the result of extensive bioengineering experimentation. Huh. Big surprise there, right? It is unknown how it was germinated here or who is responsible for this feat. 15 Science, resume data listening protocol. So now we can either leave again, use the Naomi protocol, which was going to persist here, so we're fine to skip it for right now. And instead, we want to harvest the edible elements of the tree so that they can be picked up and hauled back to our Tiqqun, to the Tiqqun. You are there, you are here, and we have... Oh, I'm paused. Let's see. We have a probe yet? No. We have a probe soon. We just started. We just started making... Oh, we just launched one. Right. Okay, great. So we're still bringing in ridiculous amounts of iron. We have... This is not quite done yet. I mean, there's a long trip here to get all the way down here. We could also turn off some of these storages, perhaps, and flush out the iron there, because we could use that for something, or the alloys rather, because we could use that for something else. I think probably 4 space things here is enough, so we could fill this space in with more storage or something else if we wanted. We might eventually need more food growth. We're probably going to need more food growth. Although, I think Uranus is going to give us a decent amount. A probe has completed its scan. Okay, and we have another one to launch. Let's see, out here, no ice. No hydrogen. Hydrogen leads to power generation. There's a small iron there. Small iron there. I'm looking for the big ones first, I think, or I don't know that it matters, but there's some silicon. If I can find it again. Where are you? There you are. And it is not... Oh, it is at a place where I can get the iron picked up, too. Let's hit that one, then. Let's see. Back in here, let's go to the electronics factory and get that started. We also do need to build the polymer refinery eventually. It's going to take in the carbon we're eventually going to pick up and turn it into polymer. Given that we don't have that much polymer, that might not actually be a bad idea.
A science ship team has completed
Are you
a task.
ready for me to fire this up yet? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's move the iron from here and here to here and here. At least for now. It's going to take them a while. They're going to fill this up first because they already started on that route. Hopefully they do these before they do... Hopefully they empty these before they do this one. Hopefully. Let's see. Neptune first, I guess. We recovered all that we could from the station without risking a structural collapse. During the mission, we discovered messages left by someone who had been here before us. They expressed a distaste for the bourgeois lifestyle that the station was designed to support. 12 polymer, 75 pods, and 15 science. So now we have the last two options available to us again, explosives or Ulix's biometric data, and we're going to use the biometric data. And then we have Uranus as well. The Foucault's team has prepared the resources for extraction. 25 more food. Okay. And then finally, the Naomi protocol allows us to cut down the tree. Now, what I don't know is, if we ever come back here to Seoul, does this lead to something else? Leaving it here, that is. Taking it out gives us a bunch of food, at least. And so it's worth it in that case for me. But I don't know if there's some advantage somewhere later, way later in the game. So we're just going to select that option and hope that we're okay here. I have one science left to collect there because I sat here idle for a moment. Or they sat there idle for a moment or whatever. They're still cargo hauling resources from the points of interest. There's still pods to pick up, lots and lots of pods. And we are mining all the things here still. Another probe, please. I should probably lay off on the probes pretty soon. There's a good iron deposit right there. Let's just get that one. That's fine. Because we're burning through our polymers here. Let's actually turn that off and turn that off. Everybody's happy again. That's because we have everybody quartered. Yeah, they're not pulling from here, they're pulling from here. Dang it. Can I power this off? What'll that do? What'll that do? I mean, the cargo ship won't be able to dock when it gets back here. The mining ship won't be able to come in for repairs, and it's going to need to pretty soon. And the science ship won't be able to come in for whatever docking purposes. But it's still pulling from here anyway. It doesn't matter. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. We gotta smelt all that iron anyways, so that's fine. We're just collecting it like crazy. Maybe I should give them a local storage for alloys, although that doesn't help me much when I want to fill them up over here. So we'll just let them drive it over there. It's fine. 15 a day isn't that much that they can't drive it around. Another probe. Small amount of iron in there. Just small. Oh, there's a big one. Go hit that one too. And you and you.
A probe has completed its
It's fine. Pick those up. Okay, the mining ship finished the carbon there. Okay, the electronics factory is done. We could do these two. They provide stability. But right now I'm going to wait and save our science for what this might be, as well as maybe some other stuff a bit later. Electronics factory, good. Yep, I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do it that way, but I did it anyway.
A
Probe is done.
its scan.
We have another one. So the kind of concept here is you want to kind of strip mine the system for iron, carbon, that's not bad, and silicon. Everything else, ice and hydrogen, meh. And obviously all the pods and all the other things here, you want to get as much as you can out of this. That one or that one. This one first.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The room's security systems were designed to read biometric data. The doors were set only to open for elixirs. Inside the room were large quantities of resources necessary for the survival of the station's residents. This security protocol may have been put in place in anticipation of a staff revolt. So 3 electronics, 50 pods, and 15 science ready for extraction, and we get the collapsible frames upgrade unlocked for stockpile small. Resume, please. You can still blast. You will still, I think, lose some team members. You might get some more stuff, but you'll also lose people. And that, I think, also reduces their happiness, like the station happiness. So we're just going to leave the station forever. We'll let them collect the science here. And I want to talk about that technology we unlocked. So here at Stockpile Small, it said we unlocked collapsible frames at Stockpile Small. The problem is we can't use it yet. We need to unlock technology tier 3 in order to unlock this, as well as vertical parking, which needs integrated storage bays in order to unlock it, and this needs technology tier 2 to unlock it. So we have to figure out what technology tier 2 is to get this one, and then technology tier 3 to get this one, and then we'll be able to get this one finally. But we have the ability to research this now, which we didn't have before. Like, it wasn't even here, I think, before. And Stockpile's going to send 2 more transporters with that one. This one is 10% more resources. This one is 1 more transporter. So by spending your science on these types of things, you get a lot more bang for your buck, I guess. And what do we unlock? Oh yeah, the polymer refinery. The electronics factory. This turns 30 silicon into 1 electronics every 3 cycles. This is insanely slow. Or, well, low, I guess, not slow.
A science ship team
Montessori is done. That's good. So we can send Montessori back to, or out to Outer Hope, I think. We also have, though, the stuff here at Uranus. When the tree fell, a plaque was revealed that had been buried beneath its roots. The tree was a collaboration between Henri Bargeville, and Rabia Nyokand when they joined the Ashtangites. They offered their creation to humanity, hoping that it would erase some of the debt created by the atrocities of Dolos. The Foucault's team felled the tree and had prepared the resulting resources for extraction. 15 science, 25 food, and 25 carbon. Okay, we'll end the Naomi protocol. We'll get that picked up. I think I'm going to send the send this one back to the Tiqqun, and then we're going to send this one out to the Outer Hope. Let's clear this and this and that and this and this and that, and the probe. Let's see what's out here. Anything out here we can snag that's not tiny? Yeah. Some carbon and some iron right there. Boom. All right. This one will be done in just a moment. We'll send that over. Red Rover. Okay, let's send you to the Outer Hope. And clear that too. So our cargo ships are picking up cargo as best as they can. Our mining ships are mining these resources as best they can. You can see how much they have available still to mine, and then of course they're just making that available here for pickup. Eventually, we will be able to gather everything here in the Sol system, and then we can head out and do the next part of the story. But for now, we're gonna leave this here, and actually, you know what? Let's make this one iron as well. We're going to leave this here, and we'll come back in the next episode where... and we'll deal with that request, too. We'll wait here, and we'll deal with that request the next time. We'll pick up where we're leaving off and see what else the story has in store for us here in Sol. I know we at least need to do the Outer Hope, and I think we need to do something at Jupiter as well. I'm almost caught up to my... oh, that's interesting. Instead of using these buttons to skip F1 through F3 to skip out to the different views, you can mouse out, and you can see the little bar there that gets bigger the more scrolls you do, and once you do enough scrolls, then it backs you out to, well, I guess out between 1 and 2 here, not all the way out to the system view, but that's kind of an interesting implementation there. So anyways, let's leave this here, and in the next episode we will take a look at what else we can do in the Sol system before we decide to move on. I don't know how or when we will move on, but for now we're still here in Sol, strip mining all the iron, silicon, and carbon we can find. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.